Alright, today you're going to need 4 Frere models. Before we get started, make sure that you have 4 Frere models. If you don't have 4 Frere models, please raise your hand now. And some Frere models will be brought around to you. Remember, you only need 4, so the rest of the Frere models that you are not going to be using, either share with a friend or take them and put them into the white bin in the back. There is an orange folder labeled Frere models, and that's where we're going to keep the extra ones from now on. Once everybody has their 4 Frere models, we're going to get ready to go. On the first Frere model, you're going to write the word relation. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. There we go. Now I've got it spelled right. A set of ordered pairs. Some factor characteristics. A relation can be a function. Does not have to be a function. It can be a function. So after you write that down, we're going to go into some examples of relations. You can have a relation that is an XY chart. You can have a relation that's a map. You can have a relation that's an image, that's a graph. And you can have a relation that is actually a set of ordered pairs. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. So what are some things that are not relations? Things that are not relations are 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not a relation. It's not a set of ordered pairs. It's 2 sets of numbers. Something that looks like this. The number 21. None of these are relations. Function. What is a function? A function is a set of ordered pairs where the x does not repeat. We'll make that come over here so you can see it. It's a set of ordered pairs where the x does not repeat. Some factor characteristics is always a relation. Passes the VLT. We'll go over what that is in a second. And the x does not repeat. So some examples of functions. Examples of functions will look kind of like examples of relations. We can have an XY chart. We can have a set of ordered pairs. We can have a graph. And we can have mapping. Some things that are not functions. The graph of a circle is not a function. It's not a function because it does not pass the VLT, or vertical line test. And you can see it violates here and here. Anything where the x repeats, so 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 5. It only violates it here where the 1s repeat. And you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if our 2 goes to both 2 and 4, that violates the rules of a function. Now that you've got those definitions down, you're going to get a sheet of paper. It has a bunch of different graphs on it. I want you to go ahead and sort the images into 2 piles. One pile that's a bunch of functions and one pile that's a bunch of relations. You're going to get 6 minutes, 6 minutes to do this. Make sure you cut them out and then you sort them into functions and relations. So now that you've got them all sorted out, I want you to go to page 47 in your ISN. On page 47, I want you to glue down. Hopefully you labeled these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as functions and these 5 as relations. After you glue them down, I want you to go through and I want you to circle where they violate the rules of a function. We'll say vertical line test again, and here we have vertical line test. Here, it violates the vertical line test, and this is a vertical line, so that doesn't work. Now you need to go ahead and fold your 2 Freyr models in half like we've done before. Fold relation and fold function. I want you to glue these at the top of page 48. This is the right side. On the left should be where you just glued down all your graphs. Fold them and glue them down at the very top. We have a lot of things that we're going to write underneath. So now that you have those written down, or glued in, you're going to write these things below your Freyr models. Please write small. We have a lot of things that we're going to write. The first thing is, for every function is a relation, but not every relation is a function. It's very important. I can explain it to you another way. Every boy is a human, but not every human is a boy. You saw that we talked about a specific type of human, but it doesn't work in the reverse. Just like every function is a relation, but not every relation is a function. Linear functions are written as f of x or y equals. We say this f of x. I know it looks like f times x. It's read f of x. The function of x. F of x is a function. We can also see functions in multiple different ways. We can see them as tables, as mapping, via the vertical line test, and as ordered pairs. So a function as a table will just look like x, y, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 7. Our x does not repeat, so yes, this is a function. We can say it's a relation if we have x and y, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5, 7, 8. And here, where we have the 1 and 1 and the 1 and 8, it violates, not a function. For mapping, let's change that to black. For mapping, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, and 7. So that's yes, function. Erase that little straight line. Let's erase all of it. Yes, function. And down here, if we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 5, 7, 8, and the 1 goes to 1 and 8, it is not a function. The vertical line test, we just have a graph, can have a parabola here, and that's going to pass our vertical line test, only touches once. Or we can have the graph of, let's say, this shape, a sideways parabola, and it violates twice. So this is yes, and this is no. And then ordered pairs. Ordered pairs, 1, 1, 2, 5, 3, 7. That's yes, 1, 1, 2, 5, 3, 7. And then if we add in 1, 8, that's no, because the 1 repeats. Make sure you get all of these down into your notes.